Good morning. Sunday, November 14th. Now I want to talk today about the big takeaway, the big increase in Medicare premiums. A few months ago, we found out that we were going to get a huge COLA increase in our Social Security payments. Something like 5%, which would equate to about $1,000 a year for a lot of Social Security beneficiaries. The size of that benefit is because of the inflationary situation we find ourselves in because of the pandemic. And now what we find out that we are going to be paying a 14.5% increase in our Part B premiums on Medicare. And that's because government will have to pay a huge amount of money for a pricey and controversial new Alzheimer's drug. Now, there was no real reason to rush and pass this by the FDA to approve this drug, but for some reason the FDA decided to approve this drug over the advice of their advisory committee, which is very, very rare. They usually go along with whatever the committee said. But the committee said this is not a cure. This is not a cure for Alzheimer's. This may give relief to 22% of the people, or 22% of the disease might be relieved a little bit. That's not an awful lot when you got a terrible disease like Alzheimer's. So in any event, because of that, Medicare Part B premiums are going up. Services, outpatient hospital services, some home health services, medical equipment, and some other medical and health services that are not covered in Medicare Part A. And maybe it even covers medications given in the doctor's offices. I look at it, the Medicare people really didn't care much about the rest of the recipients, about what was going on in our finances, our elderly people's finances. They saw that big cost of living increased at 5.9% and said, you know what, this is the opportune time to jump in and take this drug. Let's buy this drug. And this drug is very expensive. And then they put out a little blurb that says this the COLA increase will more than cover the cost of the monthly increase in Medicare Part B. It said most people with Medicare will see a significant net increase in Social Security benefits. So what? We earned it. I think they got a lot of nerve saying that $750 is a significant increase. And I think they just did this entire thing because they gave us the COLA. And since they gave us the COLA, they felt it was appropriate for them to spend more money instead of stepping back and telling these people with this new drug, we're not ready to spend this kind of money on this new drug because we don't know how effective it really is. So you're telling us it's going to be good for 22% of the people. Well, that's not good enough. It's not good enough. It should be better than 22%. And then they're saying this is not a cure. This is not even a cure for Alzheimer's. All this does is it's going to relieve the symptoms. It's going to do something to slow down the plaque that builds up in your brain. Well, what good is that? Once you're gone, you're going to give a person with Alzheimer's a few months relief. I don't know if that's worth it. And then you're using the excuse that we got a COLA increase so we can afford it. That's baloney. People living on Social Security are not living that well. So you're taking $250 away from some pretty poor people. That is not what I consider smart or beneficial or anything. There's nothing in this deal that makes me happy. You're going out and you're spending money, and now you're doing this after we have gotten an agreement in one of these big bills that we just passed that the government's going to be able to negotiate pricing. So they jump ahead and they agree stupidly to pay some exorbitant fee on an Alzheimer's drug, when right around the corner is the ability to negotiate. What kind of stupid people are they who are running these programs? Takes so much time. It takes so much time for the FDA to do anything. And now they're in a rush. They're in a rush because we got a COLA increase. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. You're going to take money away from people and you just gave it to them and they haven't even seen it yet. And then there's people are counting on this and the pandemic is not over. So why? There was an increase in our benefits that they predicted in August to go to about $158 a month, but now it's going to go to $170 a month. That's a big difference. And that's not the only thing that's wrong with this thing. This COLA adjustment for people who get the lowest benefits, which is about $365 a month, they're going to be wiped out. They're really not getting the $1,000 COLA benefit. So their entire COLA increase is going to disappear. So these stupid people who run Medicare and look at all these numbers really haven't got their act together because they shouldn't have touched this Alzheimer's medication because it's not going to benefit anybody and it's going to cost everybody. So it's not right. It's not right. Who oversees these Medicare people? I'd like to know who in the government is overseeing these Medicare people, because they are not doing a good job. You know, we've always had COLA adjustments and everything based upon inflation, but we don't get hit with costs to take away the COLA increases. What's the point of giving an increase at all? No, in the past, Medicare premiums have typically increased far faster than Social Security annual adjustments. So this is the one time that we had a Social Security annual adjustment that outpaced the Medicare premium. So I think the Medicare people are taking advantage of that fact. They just want to make sure that they stay ahead of the Social Security people. So this is the way I'm looking at it. We got an adjustment, a 5.9 adjustment or whatever it is, and now they want to take it away. They're taking it away because they can't stand the fact that we might have done a little bit better. And besides that, inflation was going to take it away anyhow. So Medicare has just jumped in to beat inflation. I think it's pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. We don't know how to run this country. And it drifts all the way down to our medical systems, etc. So I'll leave you with that this morning. We're getting screwed again. Bye.